Hello. We are live. Hello, Lord Xbolt 200 in the chat. Thank you for waiting and being here at the start of the stream. It's always good to get comments before the stream has even started. Today's plan is we are in Unity and we're going to be making a horror game for Blackthorn Productions. If you've seen any of their past the project type videos in the past, I was on one recently and it was kind of like a tournament. There was a Team A and a Team B, and Team A, I think it was Team A, Team Red. I can't remember what the name or color was, but basically the team I was on won. So that means we go on to the next round of past the project devs, and this time the theme is to make a horror game. And I'm the first dev in this chain, so I'm setting up a project to give to the Blackthorn Prod duo, and they'll pass it along to some unknown devs. So I don't know who's going to get what I'm about to make here. I've got 10 hours in total to work on it. I'm not going to do a 10-hour stream. It's probably going to be about an hour or two. Let's just go over to Unity. So here we are in Unity. We've got the Cinti Cyberpunk pack, Cyberpunk City pack set up. This is the demo scene. This is a newly released pack. I've got a link to it in the description below if you want to, go check out that pack yourself. You can see it's highly detailed, but what I like is they've also got this interior scene as well. So let's go to the Polygon Cyber City scenes demo interior. Where are we? So there's lots of different setups here. So there's a shop kind of thing, but you can see the interiors are fully modeled. There's a bunch of weapons and zap rods, chests, crates, beds, energy drinks, a knife. So there's a lot here that the kind of team can work with that I pass it on to. There's this really cool hacker den as well. I don't know if we want to do something with this. Oh no, this isn't the hacker den, this is the target range. But I mean, you can see how cool some of this stuff is. Here's the hacker den. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So what is this? Hologram table, monitor. There's a lot of props, basically. But we are going to start a new scene. I guess we can do it in this scene that they've already got set up. Because is there some lighting? Rendering, lighting. Oh no, so there isn't any kind of custom lighting already here. So yeah, we can just start in this scene. Or do it... What's this called? Base wall, building base. Right, I think we can start in this scene, yeah. Is there a floor, though? That is the question. My idea is an interior with a torch, because torches are quite horrific, right? For horror. For the player controller, I'm just using the base first-person template that Unity give you. If you use a project version that is 2021, I believe, you go to core, first-person. So that's what this is set up in. And what that means is that we get a first-person controller. Do we have Pro Builder installed? If not, we probably should. Doesn't look like there's Pro Builder. Should probably get that. How's everyone's day been? If you're watching this live, let me know in the comments. Just while I do this, Pro Builder install. Just installing. Hopefully that's nearly done. And we should just be able to get the... I just want a floor. I wanted just a basic floor. But maybe... I see there's a floor, like, building base here, so maybe we could use that. Combined 01. Let's see what that looks like, but I guess Pro Builder can be there to fill in any gaps that are needed. Right, floor. What is this floor combined? Okay, so that's these 4 tiles that are combined. So maybe we can just pull some of these out and away. Probably put the grid on. Go for global movement. Let's turn gizmos back on. Turn snapping on. Right, so we need to figure out how big these are to make this a bit easier. So they should be like 2.5 size. So I can put the snapping up to 2.5. That is snapping at the center. Where's the pivot? Is that different? There we go. Now it's snapping to the grid. So we can easily build up a bit of an environment here, I guess. Don't know what of those. Is there any different? Oh, see, this is cool. This is like a lab kind of flooring. Maybe we should use this. Oh, that's different. Is that a different size? Oh no, that's the same size. Okay. Get rid of that floor. So we're going to fill up a lab here. There's like a dirty kind of version of the floor. I quite like these like hosed pile robots as well. Let's just get some of these floor tiles over that we want. There's like a clean version of that as well. So here's some tiles to choose from. In terms of walls, these are all kind of dirty walls, but that's probably fine. Quite like this section here. Right, so let's close. Okay, these buildings are all set in their own thing, so that makes it easy. We can turn them off and on. Create an empty parent, and let's call this. Let's put this game object at 0, 0, 0. And we've got our props here. Medical chair. What happened to these pieces? Create empty parent. Oh, is that inside? Ah, okay. Alright, okay, we can call this our custom level. And for now, let's turn these off. We can turn back on when we want to. Put a parent on these. We'll just call these examples. And we'll get rid of them. lighting. Right, so we've got our custom level here. And we've got our player prefab from the asset that we've got. So we can drag in our player here. Need to get rid, unpack. All right, let's get rid of the canvas. There we go. So we've got our first-person controller in and set up. Got game over here. We need to get rid of this camera. And there we go. We've got our walls and floor. Now I'm just going to make the camera a little bit wider. We'll turn on post-processing and anti-aliasing just to make it look a bit nicer. And then under our custom level, let's just duplicate these and snap them across, and then get everything, and just a couple of times let's just snap it across, just so we've got something to walk down. Obviously the floor tiles are a bit weird, but that's fine. There's a bit of Z fighting there. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap, but it's whatever. Right, so next thing I want to do is give this little bean a torch, which hopefully should just be as simple as getting our player capsule here, and to that, actually I'm going to drag all of these out of this nested parent game object, and then we've got a player capsule. Light, point light. Oh, sorry, not point light. Light, spotlight. Let's just move our player to be facing the wall just so we can see that. It's got a directional light. Make it a bit darker. So it's definitely spoopy time. Alright, spotlight. shape. So we've got our inner and outer cone here. That gives it like a nice fall off. Increase the intensity. And we want range. Is there range? Range, just to make it go out a bit further. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, problem. We need that attached to the camera, not the beam. Player follow camera. Not follow camera, main camera. Well, I would have thought it would be that, but let's just... No, there we go. Right, so we've got our torch. Oh, flashlight. Hello, Leon Bolt. Thanks for joining. Let's make it a bit brighter. Right, so we've got our spoopy corridor here. Let's get all of these walls. Let's just duplicate them again. Then anything here with floor, so base underscore floor underscore combined. I'm going to duplicate and move up to the ceiling. Hello, thank you for joining and subscribing. So let's get rid of that and then we can go to our game view. We've got the ceiling, corridor, and then obviously just the void. And this built-in controller, you can just hold shift to sprint and it's got jumping included. It's really, really cool. I like this controller a lot. I mean, the flooring pattern's repetitive, but it's quite cool. With this like central sort of walkway. I still feel like the flashlight could be maybe a little bit brighter. Flashlight intensity. Okay, and right, I'm gonna add the ability to toggle it off and on And then I can add a battery level to it, because I think there are some like battery meshes which might be quite cool for people to play with. So if I go into the starter asset input, I can add a new button, like toggle flashlight. This is going to be a button, and the path for this is going to be F on the keyboard. It'll be used in keyboard and mouse. Where are the so first person controller? Oh no, starter assets input here. This is what we need. We need that script to add in our flashlight toggle. Let's just let that do its thing. And also, for a monster, because every horror game needs a monster, I was thinking of using the Blackthorn Prod face. Like the logo that's in the thumbnail of this. And this one on the website's got a nice big resolution. So let's open image in a new tab. Let's save this. I've already saved it. Excellent. Let's open up Photoshop and get it into a proper resolution. And I'll also need to go into Blender. You'll see why in a second as well. Let's actually quad sphere, do 2 subdivisions. Scale that. Image size. Actually, will this go up to 1024 without stretching and looking a bit weird? No. Image size, we'll do 512 by 512. Well, actually, I feel like my resize settings are weird because I was doing some stuff with sprites and like pixel art stuff the other day. It's on nearest name, yeah, it's on nearest neighbor. We could probably go bicubic smoother. We'll just keep on auto, and then let's do 1024 by 1024. See, there we go. That's nice and crisp. So I'm gonna save this. It's the Blackthorn Prod face. And let's add in folder for assets, folder for textures, and then in there let's add in our new face texture. And then we also need to map it to this sphere thing that I've got going in Blender. So open. unwrap, and then I mean, that's pretty terrifying, right? Right. I might need to add a bit of thickness to this actually for what I want to do with it. So we can do that by using a solidify modifier. Let's just add a little bit of thickness, and we'll do file, export, FPX. Actually, the great thing about using Unity as opposed to Unreal, which is what I've been using for a while now, is we can just save the blend file directly into Unity. Horror past the project, assets, 3D models, BTP face. Got distracted by that, so now this is loaded, we can jump and gravity. How do they handle input.jump, and what is input.jump? Bool jump. Input.move. So I'm just trying to figure out how they have set up their input script. Okay, so they've got a script, right? Yeah. So we can do public void flashlight input is bool new flashlight state. Oh no, that's not what we want. Public void on toggle flash light, and we'll do input value toggle flash light, and we'll pass in the value. Character input values. Public bool. Public static Unity event on toggle flash light. I'm not fully used to how they've... Like, normally I'd have an input manager and I'd do it all on the input manager. Whereas they've set it up slightly different. They've got the player input component with the starter assets, input action asset. This starter assets... Where have they set them up? So that's on send messages behavior. Oh, on toggle flashlight, send message. Okay. On sprint, on toggle flashlight. So public void on toggle flashlight. So let's just debug.log value. Let's just see what that prints out. So it is only called once when I press it once. Let's just say Unity input system input value down here. So I could just yeah, we could say public static Unity event on toggle flashlight requested, and we can just say if on toggle flashlight requested not equal to null, then let us call it. And now on our first person controller, in awake, we can say starter asset inputs dot on toggle flashlight requested, and we'll make a method called toggle flashlight there'll be Unity action. There we go. And then we can get a reference to our
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
get a reference to our flashlight public game object flashlight, and then we can say flashlight dot set active equal to the opposite of whatever it is, so flashlight dot active in hierarchy. And of course we need to make sure we unsubscribe from this event. On disable minus equals hopefully this will work. There we go. Press F and turn our flashlight off and on. So I guess now let's implement this creepy thing that I just made. Let's put our game view back up here for a bit. And let's go into our assets, 3D models, and our BTP face. I want to make this a little bit more horrifying. How do I do that? I feel like because it's a it's like a cyberpunk world, we could maybe make the texture, we could make a shader that's like a hologram type thing. So we'll do mask BTP mask shader, and let's make a new folder. Keep ourselves organized. Shaders. And I've done a few of these kind of things before. Making like a hologram. Not for a while though, so I may get a bit confused. And I've got a hologram texture in an old project that I could probably just yoink. Do I have that project on here though? That is the question. Hologram lines, simple. There we go. So we have to multiply the base texture with our hologram texture, and suddenly we've got this. And we should be able to, if I put the, let's make this unlit. Oh no, because I want it to be emissive. Yeah. And then let's multiply A by, let's make a color. And can I multiply this again by a float, emission strength. Plug that into emission. Plug it into base color. Preview with a quad. We need it to be transparent. And take this into our alpha channel as well. Let's see what that looks like in the actual scene then. So 3D, no shaders, create, material, BTP mask, material. Okay, so the idea is this is going to scroll. Which, this is the bit I always can't figure out. So is it time? Time. And panning. Tiling and offset. And then make. Vector. Oh, what it is? Vector 2. And then we need to do multiplied. Multiply by scroll strength. Default that to 0.5. Plug this in here. Plug that in there. And now we can see that the hologram is moving. Hard to see that that is what it is though, so maybe I copy this, paste that one in, emission, normal, that's a bit better, and then let's get rid of that, and that. So we can probably multiply this again by alpha strength. Does that work? Is that going to work? Oh no, or we do a lerp between A and B based on the alpha strength. So with a strength of 1, that's fully that. There we go. I'm going to slide it between 0 and 1 for that. We can default it to 0.5. The emission should be red. Got a hologram color. There we go. And we want HDR mode so we can add an intensity to this. So then when we put bloom on, it will glow. Go to our material so we can control the color here. Right click, we'll do our global PP volume. Add override, bloom. And then, oh, one thing, we want to make this completely rough, so 0 smoothness, just to stop it reflecting the player's torchlight. take our alpha strength down, scroll speed. Oh, we don't need emission strength now actually because it's a HDR color, so we can control that by the intensity. I think. Yeah. So get rid of emission strength. From a distance, you probably want the material there. Okay, we've got a spoopy mask. I think I want to add it to some sort of robot character. Looking good, man. Thank you. Hopefully it will be scary. I'm not really a big horror game player. I'm too much of a wimp. Cat person, cyborg, the murder kitten. Robot, damaged robot. Ooh, that's quite creepy already. Robot mercenary, it's like a Wild West guy. Street. Helper bot. Male soldier. A murder kitten. Pleasure bot, ooh. Oh my. This is a family-friendly channel. Enemy. I kind of want to get rid of this guy's face. I wonder if there's just a different free kind of robot character, or like droid character I can get anywhere. Free 3D robot character. No, not Roboto. Robot. Downloadable. Sort by. Hmm. Unity's third-person controller character is a robot. You are correct. It is. Is that scarier than this? Because actually, the oil, now it's full screen, the oil... and the glowy eyes kind of makes it look like blood. Then the eyes make it look like it's got little gap teeth. Can I get the Unity registry third person? Unity third person robot controller. Unity third person. I keep saying Roboto, like the Google font. Ah, nice, yeah. That's probably that is the droid I am looking for. I can't believe I just said that. Space Robot Kyle. Let's log into Unity. Space Robot Kyle. Let's have a look at that as well, just to see. Space Robot Kyle is actually a little bit creepier than the built-in robot. And possibly, I don't know what the mesh is like. Can I toggle the eyes off? Let's see what comes over that. I've also got some other assets. I don't want to just fill it with assets. Snapped prototype, sci-fi military base. We've got HD military base, sci-fi lab, sci-fi arsenal, fighter cockpit. Got shift. Complete sci-fi UI. We'll do one thing at a time. It's not going to be all me doing on this. Someone else can use their assets, why not? Well, thanks, Happy. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. Yeah, I guess that's just overwritten my starter assets folder. Yeah, I've made a mistake. I've made a huge mistake. Input system. Starter assets. Hopefully I can just add the toggle flashlight value again. I'm hoping that this doesn't... Right, yeah, okay, that's good. My character controller still works. So we've got our third person controller here with the player armature prefab. Okay, so that's that one. And then we've got... did they add it? Prefabs... Space Robot Kyle. So these are the three. This is the lineup, the boy band. I feel like the Unity built-in one's probably better. Just because it's a bit more high fidelity. And the face is a bit blank, a bit more blanket, a bit more blank, sorry, not blanket. I do wonder if I can... No, I'm going to leave that, right. So we've got our robot here. It doesn't need to play a camera route. Hello Mobin, thank you for joining. Third person controller, gravity. It's got some scripts on it, hasn't it? Yeah, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. This is good though, because it's going to have its... it'll have it... what am I trying to say? Forgot what I was going to say. It's going to have the animations. There we go. Neck, head. Let's add that as part of the head. Okay, that's looking quite creepy. Let's see if I can fix the scripts not working with the flashlight. Starter asset inputs. Oh, this was the one that got overwritten. Private static unity action on, what did I call it? I did public void on toggle flashlight input value on toggle flashlight requested invoke. And that should be public. Right, so we should be able to toggle our flashlight now. Alright, there we go. We could turn our flashlight off and on. Now I want some sort of battery level for the flashlight. So let's add a... Well, first of all, let's try and tidy this up. So we've got environment, blah, blah, blah. The dog has just climbed up into his chair. He's a very tired doggo. Very tired. He's been at doggy daycare. It's his first day. And he's had a good run round, and now he's knackered, so... The last few live streams, though, he's been barking, so I'm hoping that this means that he will be nice and chill most of the stream. Let's shove all this in external. And in here, let us put our... Currently working on a 2D platformer game, but I've lost motivation. Any advice to get back on track? Honestly, I'd take a break. I don't know if you have already tried that. But sometimes just having a few days away, even just like, yeah, 1 or 2 days, and then coming back kind of new. Go play some games, go play some 2D platformers, or even like 3D platformers, just to get a feel for what's kind of out there. That might help inspire you as well. Yeah. And obviously I don't know how long you've been working on it for, but sometimes projects just don't work out. If it's a prototype and it's just, you're just not feeling it, maybe better to just start again with something else. If you do want to like actually focus and finish it though, and you are quite along in it, yeah, I would just recommend having a break. Go play some games, try and get inspired that way. Max battery life. This is going to be seconds that the flashlight will last, so we'll default it at 120 seconds at first. Private float battery current battery level. Definitely need a break. Thanks, man. No worries. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, we've all been there. I know exactly how it feels. Just completely lose motivation. And it sucks because you were really into a project and then you were enjoying it, and then just after a certain point you're not, and it kind of makes it feel like you've wasted time. But every project that I've wasted time on, whether I've finished it or not, I've learned from it, so it's always worth doing. Okay. So current battery level minus equals time dot delta time. If current battery level is less than or equal to 0, we can set current battery level equal to 0. Just to make sure it doesn't go into minus, and for now that'll do. So if current battery level is greater than 0, well, that's minus time dot delta time. And then if current battery level is less than or equal to 0, set current battery level to 0. And if I want to turn off the light component, but we don't want to fully disable the flashlight, so we can get the light component. Public light, flashlight light. It's not a very good name, but we'll do flashlight light equals get component light. And we can say set current battery level to 0 and do light dot flashlight light dot set no, enabled equal to false. If current and if we're not enabled, but we've got battery, we need to make sure we turn the light back on. So what am I doing? Oh, flashlight. Let's go into debug mode. Current battery level there. This is going to take forever to get down. I just want to make sure that it actually works and turns off. So come on, flashlight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's off. So let's get some sort of UI indication of that. And let's set that to something better than 10 seconds. Max battery life 120. think a battery life indicator. We'll go down. I guess I can go in the... It doesn't really matter which corner it goes in. Let's just set this to black. No fill. We want a normal stroke. And then we can give this one a fill, but no stroke. No strokey. Give it some rounded corners. And then maybe like a line just to break it up a little bit. No, I don't like that. And we need to fill that, no stroke, so this is the bit that will like drain kind of over time as the battery is charged or not charged. I'm gonna add like a little glass type thing to this, like a little highlight. No, I don't like that. I'm sure someone else can pre-fi it anyway. Assets, textures. So we could do battery, UI, battery, overlay. I think I spelled battery wrong. Great, that's fine. UI, battery, fill. For the fill, actually, I'm going to need that kind of touch in. So we've got our textures here. We need to set these as sprites. Then we go to image. So the first one is going to be our overlay. We do preserve aspect. I mean, that's a bit too big, obviously, but and then we got our fill and attach that underneath. And then we can tint this kind of, I guess, whatever color we want. I think I need to parent them the other way around. Yeah, and also with our fill, I add a slight cheeky gradient to it as well. And I think I want the gradient going that way. There we go, there's our flashlight battery fill. Let's call this the flashlight indicator. So here we need to get our public image, Unity Engine UI. We'll call this the flashlight fill. And we'll public flashlight controller, flashlight controller. Fixed update, we can set the flashlight controller dot no, we can set the flashlight fill dot fill amount equal to our flashlight controller. Oh hey Rob, thanks for stopping in. I hope Clomper development is going well. Flashlight dot battery remaining as per as t value, which we can do here. Public float battery. What did I call it? Battery remaining is t value, and we can return our current battery level divided by our max battery life. And I'm doing that fixed update and not in update, so it's not doing it every frame, but it needs to be constantly ticking because obviously the battery level is constantly draining. And obviously I forgot to set the references in the inspector. So there we go. It's draining over time. So the other thing I want to do is like when it's got 25-ish% left, or like a value that I can set in the inspector, so 25% less, more, I don't know. I'll have to play with it. I wanted to start flickering. Oh, I just hit the microphone. I apologize. And the way I'm going to do that is with dotween. Inspector officers are irritating. They should find a way to warn it build. Yeah, I know. It should just not let me hit the play button. Well, no, I guess not play button because you might get them dynamically in awake or whatever, but when you're just trying to work fast for like a throwaway kind of project, past the project type thing, it's not the simplest of, not simplest, that's not the right word. It's not the nicest of coding practices, I suppose. But yeah, let's get dotween. Oh, it was already downloaded. Okay, import. 100 special skills effects pack. So many like assets I've picked up that God knows what any of them do. Dotween Pro not installed. I thought I had Pro. I don't know, I've not used this for a while. So I'm gonna have to go Googling in a second, but to figure out how to fully use it. But essentially, we want a public float. I guess we call it like flicker threshold. set it to 0.25 F, 25%, and give this a range of 0 to 1 F. If battery remaining as T value is less than or equal to our flicker threshold, then we want to flicker. Start light flicker. And maybe we need a bool just to have like a bit of a gate on this. So is current is flickering. So we say if we are not flickering, then start the light flicker. And here we'll check else. If we are flickering, we can stop light flicker. So here I want to make a float wobble and then give that to the intensity of the light. Which I think you do with a do float. Dot float. Yeah, see, this is where I don't know fully how to use do-tween. I've only used it a couple of times. It is really good. I should use it more, but Unity do-tween make float wobble, for lack of a better word. How to make a float value fluctuate. Got to go, best of luck. Thanks for stopping by, Rob. How could I flip-flop that, though? Wait, you're taking part in one of those. They're very fun to watch. I am, yeah. It's not my first one either. I've done it once before. And because our team won the kind of like 2-team face-off, I am now starting a project for someone else to get. Okay, that's not going to do what I want it to do necessarily straight away, but maybe it's a start. So how do we make a secret? I want it. Unity between make light intensity flicker.
Hey guys, Jimmy here, so we can see the flicker in tree start calls have a red jagged line underneath. How long the time delay is going to be, and this is where the random anything you return back on after that amount flickering. And over here, you've as all the way up to like 1 second or something, and bring it up. Right, it's looking crazy.
I didn't want to do it like that though. This isn't interesting for everyone to be watching, but if anyone is watching and knows Dewtween, do let me know if you know how to do this. Is that gonna do it? maybe that has worked. Let's find out, shall we? So that worked. Not quite how I wanted it, but... So that's going to halve the starting intensity and take it down. And then it'll take it back up, so it won't blink as much. It won't go completely black. Maybe I do want it to go off though. Just wait for it to drain. Okay, that is kind of cool. Not perfect. It's quite cool. Just want to add a bit of crowab. Right, let's see. I guess now we want a way of picking up like some batteries or something to replenish our flashlight. So let's have a look if we have some battery prefabs in the kit. Polygon Cyber City prefab. Battery. There's nothing immediately jumping out to me, but there probably will be like some sort of sci-fi prop thing. And a little data pad. Oh, that might be cool. We could do some sort of story-based thing. Power cell. That looks like a battery. Where I forgot what it was called now. What was it called? Completely lost it. Pill bottle, no. Power cell, here we go. Power cell. Flashlight battery. And do we have like some sort of shelf we can put them on? Food shelf. Oh, no, that's prop shelf. I need like a wall, shelf wall. There we go. Then I'm gonna add a box collider. And let's make a quick interaction system. Interactable. So we've got an assets folder inside an assets folder. It was annoying me. Apparently another folder was using one of the folders that I was trying to move something from. So 3D models, plugins, scripts. Battery, flashlight, battery, pickup. I'm so used to the Unreal Engine interface. I think it's far better than Unity. Yeah, I do quite like the... Sorry, I've been leaning really far back in my chair. I do like Unreal's UI a lot better. It just feels a bit more modern, especially UE5. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's just a little bit of what the engine can do. I've actually been using Unity a lot more recently, just because I've been doing a lot of collab videos. So, I like Unity. I like them both equally. They're very good at the different things that they do. if ray equals new ray from our transfer main camera dot transform dot position, and in the direction of main camera dot transform dot forward. Where were we? If physics dot raycast ray distance interact distance on the interact layer. Interactable. We should probably debug draw this. Debug dot draw ray. Main camera dot transform dot position. Main camera dot transform dot forward times by the interact distance color dot blue lifetime .1 F. So 100 units is actually quite far. Let's be 50. 25. 15. Hoping this is working. 5 units. Don't think that's working properly. The direction. Yeah, direction and length of the ray. So why that should be interact distance. Oh, it was working. I think it's just because I'm at a weird angle. So that's 3.5 for now. Seems like a good interaction distance. Debug.log hitting, and then we want a raycast hit info. Hit info dot game dot transform dot game object dot name. Hitting flashlight battery. Okay, excellent. Need a crosshair so we know where we're what we're aiming at. Sci-fi crosshair. Ah, don't you love open game art? Crosshair 8. I think that's quite small on screen, isn't it? Oh, okay. a good font now. Google Fonts has a good sci-fi font we can use. What is it called? Oh, it begins with an O. Sci-fi Google font. Orbitron. That was it. I was using it in the last project. So you'll see 0. Probably got it. Orbitron there. We'll have to make a text mesh pro font asset from it. Oh, bear with me, I'm just getting a phone call. And I'm back. Okay, I need to wrap this up quickly. My wife is on her way back. So, what do I... Alright, get font. Font. Let's get where our crosshair is. Which is here. Which actually, like, when it was on screen, didn't look too bad. To our crosshair, let's add some text. Do text mesh pro, import TMP essentials. Hello Furious Furfur. Hey, what is up? Not much. I'm just currently, well, I'm about to wrap up, but I'm currently working on a horror game project for Blackthorn Prod. Oh, what's going on here? Why? Draw may not be called. Let's just close the log. Orbitron. Style draw may not be called. Maybe because I created the variant thing font asset. Maybe because I did it before I imported the kind of like stuff that I should have imported. Try that again. Aha, there we go. So we want this to be under our text here. Can I make it wide-ish? Then I'm gonna say here, press E to pick up battery. But this pickup battery bit is going to be dependent on, we'll set this dynamically based on what we're looking at. So the battery will say pick up battery. If we do like an audio log, it'll say listen to audio log, or read audio book. We don't read an audio book, but you know what I mean. We could do that dynamically by knowing that when we've got an interactable, we're going to have a public string called interact prompt. Which I thought you could have public properties on an interface. Public property on interface C#. So we can say, oh, interact prompt, and then on a flashlight pickup where it says get, we should just be able to return our interact prompt, which public string interact prompt. So if we want to set this in the inspector, we can do now, but I will just hard code pick to pick up battery, and for our UI manager, so we could do var variable interactable equals hit info dot get component transform dot get component I interactable. If interactable is not equal to null, we can debug.log our interactable.interact prompt. So eventually we'll pass this through to the UI. This will be able to update dynamically. But for now, if we look at the battery, it says pick up battery. And in our UI manager, we can get a public TMP pro underscore text or TMP underscore text interaction text public void update interaction text with prompt string prompt interaction text equals press E to we'll add in our prompt. Our interaction text. And I'll probably make the UI a singleton, but for now we can do private UI controller, a UI manager, call it UI manager. Then in our start function, UI manager equals game object dot find object of type UI manager. And then in our raycast for interactables script, if interactable is not equal to null, UI controller UI manager dot show set, what did I call it? Update interaction text with prompt. Interactable dot interact prompt. Last interactable and so that's if we hit something, but if we don't hit something, if last interactable is not equal to null, we need to set it to null. And also on our UI manager, we can hide interact text. Hopefully this will work. Got no interaction text. Look at the battery, it says press E to pick up battery. Look away, it disappears. And that's all dynamic, so that's pretty cool. Press E to pick up battery, we've got a light flickering. Got this creepy thing. And so that's 2.5 hours done. We've got up to 10 hours, doesn't have to be the full 10 hours, but up to 10 hours. So I'll probably end up doing a bit more off stream, and then I'll be passing this along to the next person in the line. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.